few nerves on display. Here's the handshake. Have met already this season in the league. Manchester United won by 4-2 in the League Cup. Manchester City triumph 2-1. Well, they're already without Bunny Shaw and of course long-term injury victims Alex Greenwood and Lauren Hemp. They were dealt a devastating blow this week. Viviana Miedema injured a hamstring after scoring for the Netherlands in the international break. She's not likely to play again this season. She was City's Player of the Month in March with 6 goal involvements in 8 games, including a goal as a sub in their last match against Brighton. 2 changes from that side. Leah Alexandra returns after her thigh injury, and Carolyn is also back. Wienreuter and Lezelle go to the bench, but they've just got 4 outfield players. You'll see Kasparai overlap and Carolyn come inside at times, and on the left-hand side, Uwabi will do that job as well. She's having a fine season again, and a real opportunity here for young Lily Murphy, such a bright talent. Recently played for England under-19s against Italy and Poland. Minnie Turner and Gabby George, cup over presence for Manchester United this season, return. George back from suspension. They both missed the league win over Everton. Dominic Janssen and Anna Sandberg also rotated to the bench. Celine Bisset is fit after missing Norway's internationals with a slight problem. Ella Toon's got 6 goals in her last 8 FA Cup appearances and a hat-trick in the WSL in that win against Manchester City in January. They are the favourites for this, I think. They've been in good form, and they're looking to reach a 3rd final in a row, having lost to Chelsea in 22-23 and then beating Spurs last season. Last side to reach 3 finals in a row, Chelsea, between 2021 and 2023, and that Liverpool run, 94-96, the last time a team from outside the capital city did it. Manchester City have won 4 of the last 5 matches against Manchester United in all competitions. United would look to turn and to lead the line. Stacey Pearson is today's referee. Used to play, she was a Yeovil Town player. I think she scored their first goal when they were a league team. Just back from refereeing Estonia 0, Bulgaria 0. That was a treat for her. There's Chiara Keating. So much will depend on her in that Manchester City goal. Her 15th appearance of the season, 5 clean sheets. Fallon Tullis-Joyce at the other end has kept 16 clean sheets in 24 games, conceded just 12. In the USA side now as well, and in terrific form. Players of Manchester City and Manchester United take the knee. It was kick-out racism weekend in English football. And we're about to get up and underway. Manchester City in the sky blue and the darker blue shorts. Here we go then. Fowler plays it back, and it's long from Chiara Keating. And the ball brought under control by Lily Murphy. Back to Laila Uwabi, the experienced Spanish international. Celine Bisset's pace on the Manchester United right could be key. She's also on 49 career goals, by the way. Miss Fallon Tullis-Joyce comes from New York City. She's only missed 1 game this season. That was the Newcastle United League Cup victory. And I don't think even that extreme pace is going to keep that ball in play. Riviere and Bisset down the right-hand side for Manchester United will be a threat. Riviere, the Canadian international, recently played against Argentina. As I was saying earlier, Celine Bisset was withdrawn from the Norwegian squad. Keating dwelt on it, closed very, very quickly. He's going to have to watch that. And here's Kirsten Kasparai under pressure to turn it down the line. Carolyn playing ahead of her. Just too heavy, the touch. Very nearly got caught out. Been in the England squad, she's been on the bench 10 times for the England senior squad. Much hype about her as well. I don't really think that sort of hype did her any good. Here's Maya Le Tissier, not missed a league game in 3 seasons, ever present in all this season. Turning through the middle. Fowler, plough a lone furrow up front for Manchester City, you would suspect, with Kerrigan and Murphy trying to get forward in support in the wide positions. Several youngsters in this Manchester City squad. We've seen a close-up of Gracie Pryor, the 19-year-old centre-back. Started their last 7 games. He was very nervy in the second leg of the Champions League match against Chelsea. Improved as the game went on. Strong run here by Riviere. Wabi under control, touches it into Yui Hasegawa. Both sides have Japanese defensive midfield players. And for Manchester United is Hinata Miyazawa. Both of them are hugely influential. Here's Gabby George, back in the Manchester United side. Missed a game against a former club, Everton. She was suspended. Turner sat that one out as well. That's long by Le Tissier. Keating left the penalty area. Here's Fowler. Nolan made the run ahead of her. Head down, trying to burrow her way through. She ran into a thick of legs. Now Gracie Pryor, England under-19 international. Came through the youth team ranks. Played in the team beaten in the League Cup final by Chelsea. She has Alexandri, the captain, there available. Wabi is the left back on the outside. Catalan, Spanish international from Barcelona. And Hasegawa. Murphy, challenged by Riviere. That's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be a good old contest there between 19-year-old Lily Murphy and Riviere, 5 years her senior. Got some pace. She's a confident youngster. Made a debut in August against Paris in the Champions League qualifying round. They won that game 3-0. George. Come out by Manchester City's Yui Hasegawa. Kasparay with the throw. Now here's Galton. Just see more potential match winners in the Manchester United side, like Toon in midfield, like Bisset and Galton in the wide positions, and Turlin through the middle. Kerrigan's form for Manchester City since joining from North Carolina in January has been patchy. Murphy is inexperienced. We know that Mary Fowler can score goals. She's got 10 this season. But they'll do tremendously well to win this game, Manchester City. Neatly under control. And Gracie Pryor has it back again. Sold the pass in short to Fowler though. Toon wants it, always does, hungry for the ball. But a lovely pass from her as well. Opportunity here for Manchester United, and in it goes from Celine Bisset. The pass from Toon made it. Bisset went one way, dropped her shoulder, turned and went back to the right-hand side, and curls in her 50th career goal. It's going to be a hard afternoon this for Manchester City, I feel. Manchester United ahead in the 6th minute. Lovely ball here from Ella Toon, who had a spell at Manchester City. Played onside by Kasparay, the right back. Checked back to the right foot. It's a delicious finish. Really well taken goal. Touch was heavy initially. Pryor couldn't make the challenge, and the shot curled beyond Chiara Keating. Good finish. Started it wide of that far post, bent it back in. It's a 4th goal in the FA Cup this season. Got a hat-trick against West Bromwich Albion in the big 7-0 win. Manchester United are ahead. She's now had a hand in 6 goals in her 3 FA Cup appearances. Apart from that hat-trick against West Brom, she assisted a couple against Sunderland. She's now had, therefore, I make it something like a goal involvement every half an hour in the competition. Grace Clinton and Ella Toone at the heart of midfield will be impressive and industrious. And it could be much pain for those Manchester City fans. You never know. Still a long way to go. Here's Pryor. Star names up front we've mentioned missing, like Miedemar, like Hemp, no Jill Ward, no Bunny Shaw, of course. No return date for her, by the way. I think Alex Greenwood, who last played in December when she picked up a medial cruciate knee ligament injury, I think she's been really badly missed. All through the squad, Oba Fugino out injured, Rebecca Knack out injured, Yamashita, who had been the first choice goalkeeper, she's only just back. Laura Blinkilde, she won't be back until May. They've got an untried youngster on the bench, Sasha Lewis, sister of Rico, on Manchester City's men's side. Here's Coombs. Should be competitive in the midfield, Laura Coombs. Had to sit on the bench in the League Cup final defeat by Chelsea, again getting her opportunity due to the injuries. Started the league game the other day. Here's Alexandri. Now just back from international duty against Portugal for Spain. And that flurry of matches against Chelsea didn't really help them as they picked up more and more injuries. Here's Gracie Pryor. Kerstin Kasperite. George allowed to turn and get it away. When they last met in the Women's FA Cup, Manchester City won 4-1. It was in February 2022. But since then, Manchester United have won 12 of 13 games in the competition. The only defeat came against Chelsea in the 2023 final. Well, she won't want to go long with the clearance. Held on to the ball a long time there. Goes Alexandri to win it. Here's Murphy. Back through the gears. Looks to find Coombs in support. Letizier's been remarkably consistent at the back for Manchester United. Another 25 games this season without missing one. Scored against Sunderland early on in the competition. Riviere, it was awkward for her, but they're snappy into the challenge. Manchester United, that was won back initially by Jess Park. She's here in a good position. She's fleet of foot as well, Jess Park, if she can get a run on. And comes across from Hasegawa. Brilliant player. Japanese international, nominated for the Ballon d'Or as well. It was the offside flag went up there. Only missed 12 minutes of the league this season. Some consternation about Mark Skinner and his future at Manchester United. He's proved the critics wrong, having got to Wembley in the FA Cup fun 2 seasons ago. He won it last season. Terrific campaign this. He's got a win percentage of nearly 65. That's 65% of games won. That's terrific. And he's got that new 2-year deal. Offside against Turland. He's talking about that deal earlier on today, Mark Skinner. He says there is work to be completed. He wants to make Manchester United a force to be reckoned with season in, season out. They only reformed as a club in 2018. They've got the ball back again now here with Clinton and Riviere. Takes on Uwabi. Out by Murphy. You mustn't forget her defensive duties today. Because that little trio of Riviere, Clinton and BC on the United right can be so destructive. Into Turland. Headed away by Kasparai. Manchester United physically the stronger side in the opening 13 minutes. Here's George. Little pull back, had to be cleared away by Coops. Struggling to get out Manchester City. Good run by George. You could see what she was trying to do with the pullback. On the meter mark, probably won't play again this season. She'll rolled in front of Ioba Fugino. Back forward by Millie Turner. Toon, irrepressible Ella Toon. What a character. It's a decent ball in as well. Manchester United only beaten 3 times in all this season. They lost away at Chelsea in the league. Manchester City at home in the League Cup, and Liverpool, that was a shock recently when they went down 3-1 away. Murphy held it up. Uwabi quickly pressed by Celine Bise, Ildesoy, and I think that's going to be key as well. Injui Hasegawa was fouled by Toon. Such a winning mentality, Ella Toon. She was at Manchester United in their youth setup, but they didn't have a women's team at senior level. She went out to Blackburn, to Manchester City. She was a league champion at Manchester City when the League Cup went back to Manchester United. Nicoletta Bria with the flag. Quarter of an hour played. Here's Letitia. Khadija Bunny Shaw among the injured. And it's Greenwood there on the right-hand side. We're hoping to make it back in time to get into the England squad for the Euros. Here's a real foot race won by Gabby George under pressure from Kerolin. Posting Kasparai will take the throw. Kerolin stabbed it on, brought down by Fowler. Had to stretch, effort on goal, goes wide from Lily Murphy. Mary Fowler was caught after the ball had gone. They couldn't afford an injury to her. It would leave them very, very short. She's stretched there. Oh, she's gone down awkwardly on her knee. That right knee crumpled. This is a worry. She's having her best season. 10 goals for Manchester City. You can see she's already wearing that protective elasticated bandage on the back of her thigh, but it's the knee that would cause grave concern here. Had to get in a lot of games recently in a short period of time, including 2 matches for Australia against South Korea. Well, they're looking at replays there, and you can see the concern on their faces. Their end of season has been wrecked by injuries, and it's not been an easy start for him back in the job. Manchester City through and through. He joined the club in 2008 as a schools coach, then he went up through the academy to manage the women's team. In March 2013, he left in January 2020 to become assistant at Manchester City's men's club, New York City. There's a look of anguish and disbelief amongst those injured Manchester City players. And the options on the bench are so limited for them. Here's Lauren Hemp, also out of the side and hoping to get back fit for England. She hasn't played since a knee operation following a match against Tottenham in November. Laura Blinkilder was up there as well, amongst those injured players. Here's the goal that separates the sides. Well taken by Celine Bisset. Girakidi may have got something on it, but it's a very good start for his team. He was saying before the kickoff, yes, he acknowledged Manchester City's injury problems, but he said there's still a Manchester City DNA team. You'll know how to play. She's in some pain, Mary Fowler, but I think she's going to continue. They've got no real attacking options on the bench at all. 2 substitute goalkeepers. Naomi Lezal, who's a left centre back or a left back, is there. Laura Wienreuter, a right back. Naimo Oyama, the young 20-year-old Japanese youth international, she's there as well. She could push on, but she's really a midfield player. And Sasha Lewis is the untried right back. Coombs beaten on the turn. This is a powerful run again here. Clinton for Manchester United, 4 in the middle to hit her from Riviere. And it's just about cleared away by Lai Alexandri in that hard-working, hard-pressed Manchester City defence. Look at this, 4-6 flooding forward against 5 back. Lead is still a fragile one, though. Gabby George will take the corner kick. Cousin of Jesse Lingard. Used to play at United. In comes the cross. No one came for it except a player in red. And I think it's Maya Letitia who gets the last touch. Whatever it is, it's Manchester United 2-0 in the lead. Awful defending. And they're simply too good for Manchester City today. Clinton it was who got the touch. The lovely delivery in. That's her first FA Cup goal of this campaign. There were two of them really there, Clinton and Millie Turner. And it was Clinton who got across her teammate to glance it in. Manchester City's defending was all at sea. Had it dropped in slightly earlier, Turland would have been there as well. But it's Clinton who gets Manchester United second. It's her 8th goal of a very productive season. Out it goes then by Turner. Out by Alexandri, Coombs, Sagawa. An angle back by Letizia to Turner. And Fowler has gone off. And that is wretched news for Manchester City. Here's Toon. Looking here for Leah Galton. This game could be over by half-time. Toon jinks into the penalty area. Ella Toon pushed up and over by Keating. It's one-way traffic. Lovely run here by Ella Toon.
Substitution.
Dropped her shoulder. Got the shot away. Could have been worse there for the home side. Naomi Lezal is on as a substitute for Fowler. But she's a defender. In comes the high swinging corner kick, met by Tanner. It's a comfortable save there. But once again, it was a Manchester United red shirt in space. I think what they'll do is push Kasparai higher up. They can do without this. Manchester City, they're inviting Manchester United to press onto them. And they haven't got the ability really to bypass that press. Amy Lozelle started the game against Brighton, their last league game. She was on the bench for the League Cup final. She's played a dozen matches this season, a couple in this competition. And Kasparai has gone higher up the pitch. And Carolyn will play in the Fowler role. One back by Coombs, here's Park. It would be remarkable if Manchester City could pull this around. But they have spirit. Here's Lily Murphy. Good challenge by Riviere. Canadian international from Markham, Ontario. Dad from Dominica, mum from Hong Kong. One of the many players in Canada, USA who went through the collegiate system. She was at Michigan. Michigan State, played for their Wolverines football club. Here's Hasegawa. Now Gracie Pryor. Lezelle. Only a left side defender, Lezelle, as well. Here's Kasparai. Kasparai played higher up the pitch against Brighton in the 2-1 away win on the right of the midfield four. Wabi off balance, wasn't the best of passes to her. Manchester City season is petering out quickly. After this they have Everton in the WSL here, Leicester away, Manchester United away, and then Crystal Palace at home. Got a great record in this cup, Manchester City, 8 semi-finals in a row between 2015 and 2022. And 9 semis since 2015, bettered only by Chelsea. And it's a whole team coach full of injured players. Shimizu in there as well. The last appearance was in the Olympics for Japan. Over the throw, back up the line is Kasparai. Held up here by Park. She's a good player, Jess Park. England international, they've lost possession. And Manchester United will try and streak away Clinton. It's a good challenge on it by Alexandra. But Miyazawa follows up with a fine ball away. And here's Bisset. Tunis in the middle. And Lily Murphy. Trapped back in there. Coombs nearly gave it away. Toon always busy now. It's Millie Turner to Gabby George. Gorton wants it. There's Fallon Tullis-Joyce, who hasn't had a shot to save. George goes long. Oh, it hit Ella Toon on the back of the shoulder. Otherwise she was through. Absolutely devastating in that 4-2 league win back in January, mid-January it was. Sagawa, a little bit of a tussle there. Pulled back by Turland. Did well in a couple of years at Brighton, Liz Turland. Letizier, slight misjudgment. Murphy's got pace to take her on. And then Maya Letizier, very clever the way she cut down on the angle with a run. It's good defending in the end, not initially. She gave Murphy a yard and then cut down on that angle. Parked her body between the Manchester City player and the ball, just there. So she's either going to protect the ball or get a foul. On the bench for England recently in the 2 games against Belgium. Comes from Guernsey, like the great Matt Letizier, but no relation. I think at a junior level, Matt did play with Maya's dad, Darren. He was some player. Here's Coombs. Challenged unfairly by Bisset. You know what you're going to get with Laura Coombs, 100% effort in every game. Career that started with Arsenal somewhat 18 years ago now. He's done brilliantly this season. When you consider he lost Mary Earps, Nikita Paris left, several other players, Zellum left. She was key for Manchester United over recent years. Garcia and a number of squad players in the summer. They lost 10 players. He had to rebuild. He brought in, what, 6? Half a dozen. Turlin, one of them, playing today. Bisset, another one, came from Tottenham. Here's Lace out. Manchester City 2-0 down, and they've lost Mary Fowler. A slight chest part, but there's got a lion heart in there. She'll fight for everything. Well played, Turnan. The spin away from Pryor, cover from Mouabi. You consider the players Manchester City have lost, like Walsh and Stanway, Ellen White in recent seasons. That's a lovely ball forward by Riviere. Celine Bisset, options in the middle, two of them. Went for goal in the end, and Leah Gorton with the shrug of the shoulders, I think, showed her exactly what she thought of that. Toom was arriving as well. It wasn't the best option she took. It's a lovely ball to her, just on the side. Couldn't clear her feet initially, then could. But it's been all Manchester United. Hasegawa. No real options ahead of her at all. Caroline is coming towards the ball. There's no one really in a centre-forward attacking position. Now they get numbers forward. Murphy's cross into the middle, headed on by Coombs. Caroline with the acrobatic effort. Needed saving. Might have dropped him. Valentilla's choice made sure it didn't. First job she's had to do. Not a bad effort at all from the 25-year-old Brazilian. And this is a remarkable story. She was hospitalised when she was 12. They thought she would never play football, and she was out for a couple of years from the Brazil side after a drug ban. Won the Copa America with them in 2022. Cleared away at the near post as far as Park. Better here from Manchester City. Hasegawa. Wabi has stayed forward. Drops here for Park. Wabi's out wide to the right-hand side. Hasegawa wasn't a good pass. Clinton, Riviere, a little bit careless in possession. She's got it back again now. That's well played. Been excellent. Bisset's had a super game. So too Clinton, so too Riviere on that side. Keating, beaten in the 6th minute by Celine Bisset, and midway through the half by Grace Clinton. Alexandri Asagawa opens things up. Here's Uwabi. They need their senior players really to turn up now. This is better from them. Here's Murphy. Strong challenge by Riviere. As she lifted her head to get the shot away, so the challenge came in. Manchester United fans thought that was handball. Sasagawa, it's a decent cross looking for Murphy. Riviere defending on her shoulder. Now Laila Uwabi. Alexandri Uwabi. 3 years at the club this coming summer. Cross too deep. Still Manchester United lead 2-0. Sagawa with the first cross. Sat up to that far post area. Really good challenge by Riviere. Probably one of the top 6 performers on the day so far, and all of them will be Manchester United players. From the University of Miami, Blair clears it away. Majored in marine biology there. Keating clears. Sagawa looking for Carolyn. Might have been clipped there, but the referee was very close to play. Now Toon. Not the best of passes back to Miyazawa. Carolyn with the pressure on Turner, who managed to scramble it away. There's a bit of a slip there. Could have been costly by Leticia. Here's Hasegawa, thought about a shot. Plays wide to Kasparai. Manchester City have got themselves back in the game, though they still trail 2-0. They've got a foothold in the game now. It might be eroded here as Galton streaks away. 2 to a right-hand side. That's the clever ball. Bisset's taking it down brilliantly. Keating saves Manchester City. Save that's just about kept them in the FA Cup. It's a lovely break. Quick break, fluent. This is a fine pass as well. Might just have strayed offside there. Super pass from Leah Galton. Touch took it wide, that affected the angle of the shot. And the sprawling Keating could save. Celine Bisset Ildersoy. Once again finds Clinton in support. Alexandri comes out to meet her. Bisset. Here's Riviere. I'd like to say Manchester United have been very good in possession, but that was given away too cheaply. Now Murphy looks to release Carolyn. Kasparai's got up in support in the middle. Carolyn dropped her shoulder, did well. There's the pullback. Who's arriving? Coombs is arriving. And Clinton did just enough defensively. But Manchester City have grown more dangerous as the game has gone on. Kasparai with the cross. And Tullis Joyce comes to clay. Lovely piece of skill right here. Dropped her shoulder, went the other way. Pull back for midfielders arriving, but they got there too late. There you go. Whoops. See you later. can be very, very good on a day. Not too sure they've seen enough of those days yet, consistently. Although recently for Brazil against the USA, she scored. Good challenge, well won by Gabby George. Under 3 minutes left of the regulation 45, but there'll be a big chunk of stoppage time for the injury to Fowler. Lezelle. Carolyn. And Alexandri, who's had to come forward more as the game has gone on. Gracie Pryor, her centre-half team at his part, start defending by Galton. Where is the main goal threat going to come from, though, for Manchester City without the likes of Khadija Shaw on the side? She scored 12 in 12 FA Cup matches for the club. One of those was against Manchester United, I seem to remember, back in 2022. The treatment room is overflowing. Here's Hasegawa. They've not given this up, Manchester City. Been a spirited reply. Hasegawa. Uwabi. Back to her, took the extra stride, and therefore Celine Bisset could simply shepherd the ball out of play. Good managerial team at Manchester United, Mark Skinner and Dan Bay, Charlotte Healy, and Wilcott, the goalkeeping coach. Gracie Pryor now for Manchester City. Trying to get going from the back. Misplaced pass. Turner was quickly onto it. Here's Toon. Release the ball to Miyazawa. Galton gave George work to do in the challenge. She wanted it, Carolyn didn't really. Tissier has time. That's a fine pass away to Jade Riviere, couldn't stretch just enough. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Signalled by Abby Dearden, the fourth official. A few overcoats going on, getting a little bit chillier. Wabi. Went out of play, United have a throw. Next up for Manchester United, West Ham away, then Chelsea at home, Manchester City at home and Arsenal away. The toughest run-in you could have at the end of the season to cement a Champions League position. Could well be they have to have the honour guard to salute Chelsea's title win in that home game against the league leaders. Here's Carolyn. Pass was asking too much of Casper Ryan. George was there. Alexandri. Now Laura Coombs. Park. Hasegawa. Clinton for Manchester United, nearly dispossessed by Hasegawa. She's got more involved as the game has gone on, and it's been a contributory factor here to Manchester City's improvement. They can get one before half-time, but to make it a completely different semi-final. Habi has won it back this time against Bisset, but she's stretched into the challenge. Here's Riviere. Alexandri needs Pryor, I think, to give her a shout. And Gracie Pryor has it. When he signed professional forms back in August, did 19-year-old Pryor. Free kick here. Alexandri from Turland. Stacey Pearson is one of the WSL referees who also referees in the Men's National League in England on a regular basis. Here's Pryor. Park had to stretch. Alexandri is there with her. Now Coops. Seconds of stoppage time left. Minimum, I should say. Here's Park. Alexandri. She forced Fallon Taylor-Joyce to move sharply to her left-hand side. Unhappy with her defensive midfielders there. They allowed Alexandri to creep ever forward and get the shot away. Comfortable enough save for her. Would have been drifting wide anyway. When the half-time whistle blows at the Joy Stadium, slightly earlier than the 5 minutes allowed for stoppage time, with Manchester United 2 to the good. Celine Bisset-Ildesoy netting in the 6th minute with a well-shaped shot, and then Grace Clinton getting ahead onto the ball in the 6-yard area. The defenders had gone AWOL midway through the half. 2-0 to Manchester United, and Manchester City also have lost Mary Fowler up front to injury. Another injury. They're missing too many players. Manchester United lead at half-time by 2-0. Here we go then. Manchester United in the red and black, and 45 minutes away from Wembley Stadium and the final for the 3rd year running. Gabby George leaves the ball go out of play. The next goal in this tie is absolutely huge. Turlin is offside. I think she's got gloves on here for the second. Oh no, it's a bandage. I can't remember her having that on in the first half. Maybe she did. One of you eagle-eyed supporters of women's football in the UK might have spotted that. Here's Keating, who got it away. Uwabi, no changes to either side. But as you look through that Manchester City team, you will note the absences. Uwabi clears it away. Coombs forward. Here's George, let the ball bounce. I often hear coaches, even at junior level, telling their players, don't let the ball bounce, attack it. She thought it should have been a United ball. That's a throw to Manchester United, cleverly won by Galton. Here's Gabby George, looking for the competitive Galton. Brought out confidently by Pryor. Manchester United very quick to pressurise the ball all over the place. You'll often hear in modern terminology the phrase press. I'm sure you all know that. As if it's a modern thing, it's not. Players have been pressurising each other on the ball for decades. He's a good coach. Might get the job full time. They've said it's not an impossibility. Was here for those 7 years beforehand, won the league in 16, the cup in 17, 3 League Cups, manager of the year he was as well. Alexandria, I wonder if she's been told by Nick Cushion to get higher up the pitch. Going to the edge of the penalty area now. Kasparai to Park. Jess Park showed a little bit too much of the ball to Miyazawa. Kasparai, 4 in the middle to hit. It's a dangerous ball in, needed defending by Letizia. And now Bisei, dispossessed by Hasegawa. She got more and more into the game in the first half. It was telling, and she's there again. But the foul was conceded by Coombs. There's a lot more snap, crackle and pop in the Manchester City tackling as the game has gone on. It is a derby match after all. His team rather tepidly succumbed to that 2-0 deficit. Here's Hasegawa. George was well positioned and cleverly done by Turner. And Miyazawa back to Letizia. And Riviere dropped off a yard to open up an angle to take the ball and was fouled. Murphy got too tight as she was running. Good decision by Stacey Pearson. The referee's had a good game. She wants to see more full-time referees in the women's game. Here's an opportunity for Riviere, running clear. Manchester City switched off. The cross looked very dangerously. Arriving at the far post was Elizabeth Turland. A shot come cross. She had a look, it was definitely a cross sat up for Turland, arriving at the back stick, and it very nearly sailed in. From Jade Riviere, one of the best players on the pitch today. Look at this, how close was this? Hasegawa. Nice position to Clinton. Very tight over there to George. Here's Galton. Played the percentages. Well, if she scores, it's game over, because Manchester United are unbeaten in 41 games when she does score. And back by Miyazawa. Hasegawa, her international teammate. Miyazawa playing deep for Manchester United since joining from the My Navy Sendai club in September 2023, but you might remember she was top scorer in the World Cup of 23. Assistance there from Park. Good energy levels. Now Kasparai. Switch to a left foot to get the cross in. Good climb by Riviere. Worked away, but not too far by Clinton. Hasegawa. Become one of the best players out there on the pitch as it's gone on. Ballon d'Or nominee. Mazel with the throw. Here's Hasegawa, approaching 350 career games. Most of them have been good. Park comes here to Coombs. They're getting numbers forward from midfield more. They have to. The jaunty run from Jess Park. trying to wriggle through the gap. Clinton got there with her. Bizet, complete air kick there. That was quite risky back in there, and the early challenge on Park, because she made the wriggling run through, was a bit unwise as well. The overcoats have come on, the afternoon has turned chilly. Gabby George waits for movement. Again goes down the line. And Manchester United in the last few moments have gained, what, 70, 80 yards down that left? George throw to Toon, whose return gave George work to do. It wasn't really well won by Hasegawa. George needed to get back at her though and nick the ball out of play. And having worked so hard to get down that line, Manchester United have just squandered all the work. Good to see so many youngsters, so many families at these games. Keating away, met in the air by Letitia. Keating. Done their homework on her, Manchester United, quick to close when she's got the ball at her feet. Coombs. Carolyn onside, was she? No. Two very astute coaches here. Both in their early 40s. Mark Skinner is about 4 months the older of the two. Former teacher at Solihull College. Hasegawa. Wabi on an unfavoured right foot cleared it away. Clinton, Miyazawa and Toon have worked so hard. Good balance in that Manchester United midfield trio. Toon, lovely pass again. Here's Bizet with the ball to the edge of the penalty area, and it's a poor finish by Turner. She knows it, and Toon's on her knees next to her. That would have sent them to Wembley. She had time, could have taken a touch, could have played it off to Toon. Options were there, lovely pullback, skied it. Bizet had a super game. Turner battles back. So too did Laia Alexandri. Coombs down the line. Carolyn having to go the long way round. Might get the shot away, pulled back by Clinton. As she drew her foot back to get the shot off, Clinton decided she had to take action and prevent the shot, but there were enough defenders back there. Bit of a rash challenge this, got her a yellow card as well. I think that Miyazawa would have come and prevented the shot. Yeah, I think Miyazawa would have stopped the shot being taken. I'm not too sure that Carolyn had it fully under control. This has given Manchester City a route back into the game. Fallon Tullis-Joyce, possibly the best goalkeeper in the WSL this season. But Hasegawa can take a brilliant free kick. Hasn't scored since February 2024. Can she bring Manchester City back into this semi-final? Good save by the goalkeeper, must be. Oh, it's a splendid second save. She loved that. No wonder. Manchester City should have scored from the rebound. Here's Carolyn. Will settle for that. First save is acrobatic, off the bar, and then somehow they fail to net the rebound from Lily Murphy. She has to score from there. No, oh, it's a poor, poor header. Manchester City so desperately close to getting a goal back. It comes towards the near post. First to it is Kasparai. It might be a wake-up call, that, for Manchester United. She's been in brilliant form all season long. Ever present in this cup competition, 2 clean sheets in her 3 games. Got to the first effort and got to the second. Super double save, keeps the score 2-0 Manchester United with just over half an hour to play. 1 or 2 signs that this tie is not yet over. Clinton. But Manchester United have far greater strength in depth on the bench. Touch on the corner from Kasparai. There's like Ethan Mannion on the bench, former Manchester City player. Melvin Mallard, France World Cup player, is there. Lisa Nolson, Norwegian international. Dominic Janssen, so experienced, on that bench as well. And Rachel Williams, who scored in the cup final last year and has a special relationship with this competition. So Manchester United come forward again. Here's 2, helped out by Clinton. Tight space, Coombs comes out with the ball. And she saw Miyazawa coming and rather rushed the pass. Really commendable comeback from 2-0 down and losing Fowler from Manchester City. Oh, exasperated there, they thought it was there to carry on. They thought the ball was still in play. And Sagawa. Oh, what a difference this save could make. The first one was very decent. Bit of luck off the bar. Drops here to Murphy. Needed to bury it, and the keeper reacted strongly and quickly. Agile goalkeeping from Fallon Teller's choice. Here's Bizet, and Ella Toon rolled the ball under her foot. I think she was aiming to get it wide to Galton. Here's Clinton, 3 at the far post for her. Deflection, carried it on, punched away. Danger is still there, pulled back then to Miyazawa. The shot was blocked. Well, Manchester United 2-0 up midway through the first half. It didn't look as if it was going to be a competitive semi-final at all. And it's turned out to be a decent tie now. Letizia approaching 100 games for the club since joining from Brighton in July 2022. Uwabi under a bit of pressure. As Sagawa brings it out. Here's Coombs. Murphy wants it played beyond the fullback, but Riviere was there. Clearance was sold short from Letizia, and that's a foul on Hasegawa. Mentioned in the first half that I think the top 6 performers up until that moment were Manchester United players, but Hasegawa would have to be amongst the best on the pitch. That's a mistake by Alexandre. Here's Pise. Skips beyond the Manchester City captain, who's now out of position. Clinton powering on. Lacked a bit of pace to get away there from Park, though. And Manchester City rescue possession. It was Alexandre's mistake. Here she is, Hasegawa. Manchester United need to get tighter on her. They're not out of this, Manchester City. Here's Gracie Pryor. Again, it's a poor clearance away, and quickly 4 Manchester United players pressurise the City defence. No free kick given. Alexandre shown too much of it. Clinton gets the challenge in. Now Letizia. Elatoon. Nati Miyazawa. 2 more caps will give her 50 for Japan. That's a lovely ball forward from Riviere. Here's Clinton. Across the goal, just about blocked by Lizelle. Comes back to Pise. Thumped it straight to the keeper. Got a body behind it, Kara Keating. Beautiful ball forward. Clinton, it was blocked in the middle by Lizelle. Comes out here to Pise. Some power behind the shot, but it was straight at the keeper. They were wobbling for a little bit, Manchester United. They've got the ascendancy again now, though. Riviere with the throw. Challenged by Galton, comes out to Toon. With Tissier's header. And again. Park for Manchester City. Nice change of direction. Coombs picks it up. Murphy's ahead of her. Carolyn through the middle. Wasn't looking, Carolyn. Pass was there for her. She's turned her head away. Lacked a bit of awareness there. The Brazilian international from the Sao Paulo area. Clinton covered so much ground. 25 minutes to go. Stabbed back inadvertently by Turnand, and Manchester City can't make anything of it. And the injuries have told. 3 defeats in the last 11 in all. But those 3 have actually come in their last 5 matches. And it is literally an outfield 10 who are missing injury. Whole outfield team. A yellow card here for time wasting. Now she will complain that one of her teammates was putting a boot back on. Referee thought there was a bit of gamesmanship going on. I think Jansen's going to come on. Very experienced international defender from the Netherlands. Cup winner with Arsenal in 4 years there. Cup winner in Germany as well with Wolfsburg. Here's Murphy. She's gone beyond Riviere for the first time in the game. Really, it's a dangerous cross and edged away by Millie Turner. Good cup tie now. Did well here, Murphy. She's certainly one for the future. Into the last quarter of the game. Laila Huabi will take the corner kick. Centre halves are up Alexandri and Pryor. And in the end, it's bypassed them all, and Manchester United should clear. And there's a potential breakaway here now. Ella Toon. Dominic Janssen will come on. And the player she will replace will be Grace Clinton, who in recent moments just shown a couple of moments that she's tiring. That was her goal, that made it 2-0. Central midfield player replaced by a centre back. And a centre back with over 440 games for club and country. Miyazawa. Jensen has gone into a midfield position alongside her, slightly deeper than Clinton was. I think effectively now Manchester United have Miyazawa and Janssen holding, and Toon behind Bisset and Galton. We'll wait and see if that pans out. There's Janssen wearing 17. Three defeats only in 26 games this season for Manchester United. 14 wins in their last 16. With 6 points off the top of the WSL. Last season they finished 20 points off top position. Millie Turner doing the chasing, shepherding the ball out of play. He could do a good job if he's given it permanently here again. Knows the club inside out, knows women's football inside out. He needs strengthening, that's for sure. Mervyn Mallard is warming up for Manchester United, rather earnestly. It's international left side forward. Janssen ran away from her. Naomi Lazell, the first half injury to Mary Fowler certainly hurt Manchester City. Skied by Turner. It's a remarkable complex, this. The Etihad campus right next to the big men's stadium, the main stadium. There are educational facilities here, athletics facilities, all sports catered for. Riviere. No word to Bisset, strong defending by Uwabi. I thought the ball was out. Decent sized crowd, really. As a rather chilly late Manchester afternoon draws on. Rising to get away was Alexandre. Park weeks on. And Gabby George, rather wayward back pass. Taylor's choice a heavy touch. He's under a bit of pressure here now. Manchester City 2-0 down against a team that had conceded just 15 goals all season. Alexandre, and he changed all that, and away it goes then from Riviere. Can't fault Manchester City's effort. Now Murphy. Manchester United 17 minutes and a little bit more away from a repeat of the 2023 final when they were beaten by Chelsea. Toon keeping it in play. Delicate little flick ball looking for Bisset. Awabi beaten by the spin of the ball. One or two Manchester City players looked a bit leggy there. Problem for Ella Toon. Should be part of the England Lionesses squad this coming summer in the European Championships. Two international appearances against Belgium recently took her to 57 for England. Vital for club and country. Miyazawa. Pryor had to deal with it. It was awkwardly bouncing ball. Janssen beaten. And Letizia. Oh, referee says no free kick. I thought she might have taken Carolyn out there. Well, she's a former player herself. She knows the dark arts of the game. Can Coombs get there? No. One or two of the Manchester City players really beginning now to look tired. Bisset away from the left back, Huabi. Toon with the cross into the middle. And Kiara Keating in a hurry to get on with it. That by Letizia. He's coming absolutely crunched into Carolyn. He's saying there was an elbow involved. Robust to say the least. Ill-timed. A really untidy attempt at a defensive header caught Carolyn. .14 minutes to go. And his team heading to a second win in 3 meetings against Manchester City this season. One more to come in the league. That would be United's penultimate league game of the season, and it could well earn them a place in the Champions League and deny Manchester City one. Yellow card for Letizia, and I think just about right that. Ill-timed. Be deemed as reckless. 13 minutes to go with a hefty chunk of stoppage time, I would think. And that could well be Maya Le Tizier's last contribution. Asagawa with the free kick. Brought away here by Galton. Oh, she's tripped. And that'll be another yellow, this time for Lizelle. She's going away there, Leah Galton. Stretching desperately to stop Galton getting away. Tizier back on alongside Millie Turner. Manchester United back to 11. Turner gets it away. Got very scrappy now. Here's Galton. Manchester United trying to manage the 2-0 lead that would get them to Wembley for a third year running in the FA Cup final. Problem for Gabby George. Well, a Wembley final would make it another good season for Mark Skinner's side. Just stretching there, George hurt her leg as she did so. Elizabeth Turner leading that little meeting. And Anna Sandberg will come on for Manchester United. International left back to replace Gabby George. Signed in the summer from the Häcken club for over £150,000. She's said to be a record Swedish transfer.
The rule of substitution for United, in the field with 3, Gabby George, to be replaced by number 2, Anna Sandberg.
So the inevitable substitutions will now break up the flow of the game. Played well, Gabby George.
And also leaving the field with 7, Ella 2, to be replaced by
And on comes Sandberg. Limited to 5 starts since arriving in the summer. And Ella Toon never happy to be substituted, but goes off to be replaced by Lisa Nolsson, and a Scandinavian international, Norwegian though this time.
And substitution for City.
8.5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Explanation for the manager why he's made the change. Change for Manchester City as well. Ravine Reuter comes on for Lily Murphy. Well, she's a fullback, Veen Reuter. But they are down to bare bones. Veen Reuter on loan from Arsenal. Another promising cameo from Lily Murphy. Lots to learn, only her 20th game. Sandberg, Janssen, just really there to bottle up midfield now. Dominic Janssen, shore it all up. Riviere had a very good game. Turning well, keeping possession. Floated up to Liz Turlan. She's given them an out ball and Manchester City haven't had that. Zal climbs. He's gone into a back three since Vienoiter came on. Carolyn ran into a blind alley. A change of tactics from Nick Cushing. Nothing really on for them here. Wabi now free to have more attacking duties down this left-hand side. Park in the wider position now. Hasegawa pushed on as well. Intercepted by Miyazawa. Here's Dominic Janssen. Poor delivery from her. He's looked uncomfortable on the ball in midfield since coming on. Here's Coombs. Carolyn goes beyond Letizier. He's done really well. Carolyn, Letizier bit back. It's a corner for Manchester City. By the time it's taken, there'll probably be 5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Another good game for Maya Letizier. Recovered well there. Laila Uwabi will take the corner kick. Low and flat and unproductive, headed away by Miyazawa. It'll be a 4th defeat for Manchester City in a run of 8 home games in all competitions. That's in fact, that's more than they'd lost in their previous 49. And one of the major differences, Manchester United have been able to change from the bench, freshen things up. Aoife Mannion's going to come on against her former side. Marvin Mallard also comes on. You're talking about them bringing on someone who's played in a European Championship for her country. And they've been so strong down their right-hand side, Manchester United, with Riviere and Bisset. Celine Bisset put them on the way in the 6th minute. But the combination on that right has been really strong. And they're nearly there. Mannion and Maladon for Bisset and for Riviere. And Tennis Joyce had work to do. Great to see Firmanian playing football again. It's her 17th game this season. Why do I say that? Well, she was out from the 2023 Cup final through to February 24 with an ACL injury that threatened her whole career. That's her second ACL. Joined from Manchester City in July 21. This will be a special moment for her. Can they keep the clean sheet for Tully's Choice for a 17th time this season? In her 25 games, that is absolutely remarkable. She's only conceding a goal every other game. And that's the reason why Manchester City weren't as competitive as they should have been today. Too many players in the treatment room and not out there on the field of play. The injury curse has cost them. Hasegawa. Good tussle that. Arsene involved. Alexandri with the throw. Now here's Uwabi. Dug out by Tully's Choice. Headed on by Mannion. Here's Mallard. Mannion in strongly. Competitive character. Born in Solihull in the Midlands, but she's an Irish international. Actually played for England under 23 very early in her career. And she crept forward too far down that line. We're in the last minute of the 90. Well, some of those youngsters will be dreaming of going for Wembley. For some of them it will be their first time, for others it'll be a third visit in a row. And it's a special day, the Women's FA Cup final in England, and it's great to see the young faces here. Here's Turland.
With one official has indicated there will be a minimum of 7 minutes.
7 minutes of stoppage time. I thought there might actually be more. Been some good displays for Manchester United today. Turland battled hard up front. Turner and Letizia have been emphatic at the back. Here's Miyazawa. Pass is looking too strong for Galton. Rather overstruck in there. Gracie Pryor can only learn. She's 20 in June. It's her 8th start in a row, a breakthrough season. Sandberg with the throw. Back to her. Here's Janssen. Galton might hold it across there. Trying to wrestle it off her. Kaspari was across. Dean Reuter was there as well, but Manchester United have the throw. They've been able to bring 5 full internationals off the bench. Manchester City hard pressed to fill the bench entirely. Only the 6 names on there, and only 4 were outfield players. Alexandri stepped forward now for Manchester City into a more advanced position. Moving Lezal alongside Pryor. Which means that Hasegawa's pushed on. She's in the centre circle now. Here's Gracie Pryor for Manchester City. Out by Turner, they're not going to get through like that. And now Manchester United will look to counter again. Strong run by Nolson. Thought she had a teammate wide, but there was no one there. Galton was too deep. Janssen, Sandberg. Galton dropped the shoulder and runs. She's an effective out ball on the left-hand side. She can hold up the flank. Turner looks for it. They've been the better passing team. Not there though. Here's Hasegawa. Manchester United still hustling. That's another great chance to shine Jess Park. Just went down off the ball there. Well, she's holding that shoulder. He missed one game this season, Jess Park. He turned 23 in October. Reminds me in many ways of Stanway when she first came into the side. She's had some career, Georgia Stanway. Easy for Mannion. Navin Mala. Letizier gave it away. And the tired legs out there now. Turland battling on to win it back. Here's Nolson. Galton. Janssen just gets it, gives it easy. They keep the ball, they win the game, they go to Wembley. And it's nearly done. Janssen looks for Mallard. Wabi's header away to Park. Pryor had to react in clearing it away. Manchester City now have 6 players on the field of play, aged 24 or younger. They are rebuilding for the future. There's Coombs. Kasparai's got half a chance to run at Sandberg. Fresh legs though for the substitute. Here's Janssen. Sandberg to Galton. Cara Keating goes long. That's easy then for Eva Mannion. Big gap between Manchester United and Manchester City in the league. Unlikely that Manchester City will finish in a Champions League qualifying position. Our season is about to peter out. In recent weeks, knocked out of the Champions League by Chelsea. Beaten in the League Cup final by Chelsea. And here now, on their own patch, beaten for the second time this season by Manchester United and knocked out of the FA Cup. Galton got one in the face there. Reuters clearance quarter. Any head injury? They have to test for concussion. They seem to find that amusing. Happy days for Mark Skinner. Hasn't always been the case, not early on this season. A fair amount of pressure from supporters, and he's lived with it and coped with it and hasn't complained and got on with his job, and he's doing a very good job at this football club. He was an FA Cup runner-up as Birmingham City manager. Expectant young faces in there, happy faces on the bench. And Manchester City fans have lost belief. A season in which they were expected to win things. Got off to a very, very decent start. They won 11 of their opening 12 games unbeaten until Chelsea defeated them in London. Too good for Manchester City today, United. The first by Salim Pisse Ildesoy after 6 minutes. The second by Ace Clinton midway through the half. And that season that did promise so much for Manchester City will give them nothing in the end. A few tears from the emotional Ella Toone. She'll be heading to Manchester United, with Manchester United to Wembley. She'll be thinking about family that have gone. Up it goes then towards Carolyn and swept out by Letizia. We're in the 100th minute, there won't be much more. This for the injury now to Galton. Manchester United have made their substitutes. You'll see a fair few of them walking down Wembley Way, because Manchester United are in the FA Cup final for the third season running. The first non-London side to do it since Liverpool in the 1990s. And they've been far too good for Manchester City today, with goals from Pisse early on, Clinton midway through the half. A dominant performance from them as well. They might have had 3 or 4 more. Turland had a good effort. The goalkeeper at the other end pulled off a remarkable save, though, to deny Manchester City's Hasegawa and Murphy. Might have made a difference. But I think overall Manchester United with a better team, the better players. Manchester City's hopes wrecked by too many injuries. And it's Manchester United who go to Wembley and meet Chelsea in the FA Cup final on May the 18th, beating Manchester City in the local derby semi-final by 2 goals to 0.